I'm started getting messages from now itself. I will, if, everyone is DM saying about cybersecurity job opening, future scope, everything I will be sharing in this session. So just stay tuned and let's get started. So today's session is all about how to choose a tech career in 2023. So the thing is, yeah, choosing a tech career can be tricky because there are many possible paths to choose from. And yeah, the good news is you don't have to be a developer to be in a tech world. Even I started like being a technical writer because I was from a computer science background. So I had worked as an intern, as a technical writer, not even technical writer. I have worked also as a subject matter expert. So all the computer science students, not even computer science, if you are from a IT background, electronics background, or other backgrounds also, you can also, do some part-time type of work, intern work, to explore these opportunities. And definitely, yeah, everyone wants to be a developer. That is everyone's dream. Obviously, even I am a backend developer at Walmart. So uh, that's the thing. So how can I choose like what career is a right career for me? So we'll explore that in this session. Now, there are some factors that provide a framework for you to make a good career choice. So, we'll explore all these factors one by one. Okay, the first thing is how to choose a right career is explore your interest. Now, everyone say wherever your interest lies, just go for it. Just take it at any cost. So explore your interest first, where your interest lies. Now, interests are not something that you get to choice decide. They're like inherently present. Okay, like so depending on how your interests are aligned, you will be better suited to some jobs over there. So just I'll just recommend to see where your interest lies first. So and then understand your personality type. Now some of you would have a personality great in marketing stuffs, and some of you have great personality in coding, like some of you would be good in like analytics, data science. So you need to understand, like it will be becoming very easier for you all to narrow down your career options. So if you enjoy social interactions like group gathering, you would be like an extrovert, something like that. You can deal with people like sales, project management, social media management, and it is a very, you can say very great career opportunity right away, very trending opportunity. Marketing is at a high peak of career opportunity, very great pay marketing people gets. So if you are an introvert like me, I'm an introvert, so that's why I'm a software engineer. And you can be like you are introvert in the sense you prefer focusing on a single task, and you want to take pride in that their work. So data analysis, software engineering, so these and yes, what about software testing also? Nandini, yes, software testing also, it is a very great career. So, and accountancy also, if you are from a commerce background. I have seen many people around me who are, from an engineering background, but they are working in accountancy jobs. So, an engineer can be fit in any field. So, there are a lot of more and understanding to your personality. So, just you when you want to find your perfect career, I'll just recommend you do some background research on this, your personality type. And third, which comes, is leveraging your skills. Now the skill set is shaped by your background, by your education, by your previous work experience. So skills mainly fall into two categories: transferable soft skills and technical hard skills. Now, soft skills, which include like leadership, teamwork, communication, organization, team management, negotiation. So these are the soft skills which you can use across different jobs in respective of your work. Then comes are the hard skills, which require industry specific knowledge, like individual roles, like you will be focusing on training to learn practical skills. So choosing a career that requires some of the skills is like a smart move. Even if there is a gap, some people have a career gap, some people are very finding hard to get a job due to career gap. No worries at all. Consider what the HRs, what the recruiters consider is your skill set. If you are good with your skills, they will hire you for sure. So gap doesn't matter at all. So like, you know just just work on your skills is what I want to say. And second, fourth thing is finding the ideal work environment. Now, ideal work environment is what Walmart like companies are. So, product-based companies. So, the ideal work environment means the number of working hours, like it's 8-hour job, or like even if you are working more than 8-hour job, you are not getting extra pay. So, just get your work done and enjoy your life. So this is what the type of people we are working with, like the management structure of the company. So like ideal work environment also includes like travel opportunities, like the workplace which you are working on, the location, the environment. Now I am basically in Chennai right now, because my company is in Chennai itself. Like Walmart isn't having two locations, Chennai and Bangalore. So I'm really liking the Chennai environment. It's been second month of mine here. So the work like the environment, the location, everyone used to say like it's hard for a North Indian. I'm being a North Indian, I'm really liking it. So so that's what, like if you are finding the ideal work environment, then just go for it. If you just don't enjoy it, like it could result in frustration also. So that's what. And next is enrolling in an internship. Now there are two things. If you have a good projects in your resume, then it's better enough. If you don't have good projects, you have good internship offers, then it's very good enough. Like in my case was this only. I was having multiple internship offers. Yeah, project. Yeah, one good project in your resume is like an icing in a cake. So you must have a good one. Even if you have a one good project in your resume, that is more than enough. So why enroll in an internship? Why, like how to get, like for example, first, how to get into an internship is you need to make up leveraging your skills, like the point I told before. Make up your skills first, work on your skills, learning must go on. Even right now I'm almost 2 years experience, I'm still learning, because the learning is what we need to believe in our career. So the learning must go on. Learn, make up your skills, and then take some experience. How can you get an experiences? By enrolling in an internship. You can get into a unpaid internship. If you are not even getting paid, it's fine, but you are learning, you are getting experience. Once you get that experience, you can apply for paid internships. You will get many offers. Even I did the same. I first applied for unpaid internships. I gained experience. Then I applied for paid ones and I got multiple offers at a time. So that's what is important. Why internships? Like internships can provide you very good experience and job learning. That's what I said. And also it will improve your resume. Like for me, for my case also, when my interviews were going on, my resume really, helped me a lot in getting through the interview processes. So like the recruiters were very astonished by my resume. They were very happy with my resume performance also. So some internships can also lead to a full-time job opportunity. They can, if you're doing good in internship, you will even get a full-time PPO offer. So that's what the real advantage of internship is. And maybe you might not find the role quite what you are expecting. For example, in my case, the role which I was given was a backend developer role. Though I haven't worked in much backend field before, I have worked in front end field. But like when I just got this role, like it was a new thing. I was not expecting such thing, but yeah, I'm liking it. I'm learning it slowly, gradually, and yeah, it's a great thing. Learning must go on. Yeah, if you are lucky enough, you may get the same role as you are expected for. But here in companies, you can get any role, like any role. If you like any role in the sense, like if you are good in front end, maybe they can give you a back end role, and vice versa also. So that's what is here. And next is consider your constraints. Now, constraints in the sense, like there would be some factors like, geographical or financial limitations, or family responsibilities, or your qualifications or skills. Like if you have a career path, mapped out but are held back by something, try to develop a plan of action. So it may involve relocating or leveling up your skills with the online training courses. So that's what constraints may, like in my case also the location constraint was there, but I felt it initially as my constraint. Later I was like, when I started relocated, and I was like, yeah, it's good. You learn something when even a new language you learn, and the new environment you learn. So yeah, we have to relocate anyways, if even if it's a constraint or not. uh Not just for family, like financial things, but yes, for our learning also. So it's a must thing. Just consider your constraint. Next is researching your choices. Now, researching specific, choices, like from a detailed job description and, required skills to average salaries and all. With plenty of information, like I have gathered from the online resources, just for your help. Like you can talk to professionals which are currently in this field, if and find out as much as you want to know about the role. You can find the contact details from the company website. Like I used to do the same thing, cold emailing stuff. So I used to mail the HRs, the company, I used to ask for referrals from the people rather than directly applying, for the opportunities, because it's very easy to get, a interview opportunity if you're getting through a referral, rather than you could be applying hundreds of applications, but then also you won't be able to get a single opportunity. So, get connected with people, with professionals. Like if you want to be a software engineer, get connected with software engineers working in companies, good companies. Talk to them, share your resume with them, ask them for a review or stuff. So you can ask for a referral also at the same time. Just have a great bonding with them. Networking is really very important here. So build a network which gonna help you all in a very long term. Okay. So yeah, it's up to you to decide if, yeah, you wanna match this choice or not. Next is continue learning. Like I told, you need to evaluate your strength and weakness. You have to improve your skills, because this time which is going on, the layoffs time, you need to brush up your skills. You need to be, this is a very competitive time period. There is a lot of competition for a single role. There are thousands of applications waiting. So just continue learning, learn as much as you can is what I can see. So if you have any gap also, like I told, career gap, or if you require extra training also, just go for it. Work on an internship, get some experience, work on some freelance small projects, gain experience, develop your skills. So main aim is learning must go on. Okay, so the last is consider starting a business. Now, this is what many of us would be doing in our next few years. Now, you never know who would be an entrepreneur here. starting their own edtech company or a startup company. So this is what all people generally do after gaining a few years of experience. Everyone just wants to, start their own work. Anyone, nobody wants to, be like, treat like yeah, under a boss or so. So that's what is considering starting a business. Now, I know at some point of time, everyone would be bored and dissatisfied with your current profession, but it's very tempting to start your own business. You need to understand first of all how to create a new startup. First you have to be very clear about like the requirements. First of all, like the business idea, your commitment to that idea. You need to perform a very detailed market research, write a business plan for that. Maybe you can identify the potential investors. Okay, so you can define the scope of that business. And yeah, you should also accept the fact that yeah, the early days maybe you will be having very low income, but initially it happens, but with time and gaining experience, you will be able to get into that thing. So example, like Shark Tank, everyone must be aware of that. So that you can relate it to that also, starting a business thing. And yeah, this was all about the factors. Let's go into the next slide. Now, what are the advantages of working in the tech sector? Now, the major advantage, which is obviously the salary thing. So, first thing here is about the balance between work and life. I'll just the questions which are coming on DM. I'll take the questions at the end. I'll just go through the slide first, and I'll take all the questions in the end. Okay, so first thing, like I told, balance between work and life. Now, most jobs in the tech industry don't have set hours. Like, so you may find that you have to spend more time like doing work. So, here in this product-based company is like there is no time period. Like, you can log in around something 10, 11, log out around something 5 or 6. It's up to you. You just have to complete your work in a period of time, in a period of like a sprint thing. And yeah, that's it. So it's not like it's not like in startup companies they will make you sit for so many long hours and you have to work, and for so that you can even very much benefit is working in a product based companies. You can spend more of a time with your family and friends, and you can even involve in other stuffs, part-time stuffs also. Like you can be a mentor, you can be a speaker, you can be a freelancer, you can be a LinkedIn influencer. So these all things is what make you a all-rounder in your field. Next is flexibility, which is we all look for. So you might be working from home, or you might be having different shifts of work, like maybe early morning shift or night shift or so. And maybe some would be working as a hybrid model also. Like now I'm in a hybrid mode. I'll again say I'll take the questions at the end. And third thing is valuable work. So employees value your work in the tech industry because it helps their business get succeed. This is what's the reality is over the product-based company. You have to solve the problems for the users and build networks and software that organization can use. And you get valued for your work. Hybrid model, Siva, it means you work from home plus office. Like for example, in my case, it's like 2 days a week office. Other days you can do work from your preferred like home or PG or wherever you are staying. Or so that is what hybrid means. And then is next factor, ongoing evaluation. So that is what, like, jobs in the tech are always changing as new technology and trends are emerging. For example, ChatGPT came into picture. So one of the reason maybe of layoffs is ChatGPT only. So ChatGPT can, can be the, uh, the next, our, I'm the beginner entry level position in IT. Again, I'm saying I'll take the questions at the end. I'm getting a lot of questions in DM. Please, I would request everyone, I'll take all your questions at the end. So, yeah, so like I told, ChatGPT, Metaverse, OpenAI, you can also say other tech stacks like blockchain and what else? There are many other crypto. So these will be the, next future technologies which we would be obviously working on. There would not be a paper currency. Definitely, there would be a digital, every stuff would be there. So this will be the ongoing evolution. And yeah, the higher salaries, which I told in the starting itself, you can expect over. Everyone wants to work in a product-based company to just get a higher salary. It's very common thing. And the growth potential at the end, which is very, very important, other than all the factors, if we say, if you're starting a career in a tech, you will be likely having many chances to move up as you gain more and more skills. With experience, I might say, like, first as a fresher, you may get a bit low salary, then you get experience, you get a hike, then you get more experience. After a period of time, you become higher, at a higher level, like a tech lead or a manager or a, director or so on. So there are many stages, which will be coming in your life, and you would be having higher and higher salaries with time. So these are what, like, the things are. Now the next thing is, how do I get into a technical job? Now again, very, very important thing here, technical job requirements. First thing, so employers have different ideas about what you need to do, a job in tech, like, but you may have a better chance if you can show that important skills for that field. Some jobs in this field, like, you need to work alone for that, like, some jobs would be like you need to work in a group, you need to talk to the people who use the programs, or you need to work in odd hours also. So the more relevant experience you have just in this field, the more likely it is like a hiring manager will get in touch with you for a job. And it is very important to show what you can do. If an employer gives you a test, or ask you specific questions about the skills you have listed in your resume. So one thing I just want to give a tip of resume here, just mention whatever skills you are very much aware of. Don't mention blindly everything to get your resume shortlisted through some online tool or so. Just only mention the skills which you know, which you have knowledge in depth. That's it. Okay. Now the question here arises is, how do I get a technical job? So getting a technical job is like having these certain factors, like I told before also. Intern for a period of time, gain some internship experience. You will be what you will be doing in an internship is, you will be doing like a project work, like some task on that project. You will be also meeting people who could help you, in that, by writing, like, some by helping you in your task or so. So if you're not sure about the technology you want to be, like, you are interested in, you just explore your interest, like all the factors which we discussed earlier, that only I'm just repeating it. So that's what, build your skills in different ways. Second thing is networking. Networking means connections with people. Now, networking, how can you gain networking? I'll just recommend build your LinkedIn profile. If you are in LinkedIn, it's well and good. If you are not, build your LinkedIn profile first. in LinkedIn, like if you see many working professionals are there which are connected, you can, send them a request, get connected, talk with them, like regarding the field in which they are working on, how is their experience, and what is the learnings they are getting. You can even share up your resume with them for a review, like if your resume stands there or not. So it's very important to get connected. You can even get to know about the opportunities for you in that company which are ongoing. So if you join a networking group, you meet the people who you are interested in the same thing, like whom you want to work on for the future. So you can even learn from the other professionals. You can attend conferences also, and networking events. And you can even find a mentor also. Like I am also a mentor who can, I can even guide you for the tech career. So that's what. Just connect. You can even connect with me over LinkedIn. My profile, like you can just search Kunika Malhotra there, and let's get connected. And let's come back. Then taking additional courses. Now, courses can help you a lot in building up your skills. So taking courses will improve your chances of getting into a job. uh, Finding out like the certifications once you get after completing your course, you can mention it out, and you can even show it out to a hiring manager that you have a very strong knowledge of this skill, and it will have very much advantage over other candidates also. So that's what I want to just tell about you about here. And connect with people. That's networking. Same thing, like get in touch with industry professionals like hiring manager. You may find someone in your network like with whom you want to ask questions, and who knows which company is hiring for a certain job. And very, very important here, make your resume specific to each application. Now, many of us would do this mistake is, which I have seen, I have really, seen this thing, that you are making up your resume for many different roles. Like you want to be a software engineer, but you are adding marketing skills also in your role. Like, how come, like you want to be a software engineer, just mention software engineering skills, right? So that's what you can apply for more than one job, but the thing is, keep in mind your roles could be different. Okay. So before sending the resume, please read the job description. Very important trick you can say. uh, Whichever role you are applying for, just check the job description, whatever skills they require, whatever things they require, just mention those skills in your resume. And yeah, only mention if you are very much aware of it, because at the end the interviewer gonna ask a lot of questions over there. So, and most important, the ATS scan, which is very much important nowadays. Go for an ATS scan, so that ATS scan in the sense, you should have a very strong keyword in your resume. So on the basis of ATS scan only, the number which you are getting, on the basis of that only you will be getting your resume shortlisted. So one important tip for the same is, mention strong keywords in your resume. Like if you are applying for a software engineer role, mention data structures, mention your lead code profile, coding profile, and so on. So this is what. So last thing is, do some research on the organization you are applying for. Now, whichever company you are applying for, you must have a background information of that company. Like Walmart is a retail company. Like in the last round of my interview, I just gone through about Walmart, what it's about and all. So just have a good knowledge of your company, what it do, what is the, many of us first, before applying into company, any company it would be, many of us sees the funding of the company and all. So you must have a good knowledge of that also. like you need to learn more about the company you are applying to. Many times the hiring manager wants to know that what you have, what you have in your mind about the company, like what you know about the company. So to figure this out, like the uh, HR would ask you questions about it, like why you want to work for this company and what changes would you recommend, like for the problem we are working on. So this is what the HR do question you at the end of your interviews. So you must be, having a good sound knowledge on these things. Now, some guidelines I really want to tell about, like for picking a career in tech sector, is prepare yourself is the first thing. Just prepare yourself means whatever you learned and taught in college is likely to be out of date by time right away. The college study is just for the sake of getting marks, getting, pass into the exams. That's it. So most of the time for the tech industry, you have to make up additional skills, either development skills. Nowadays, development and coding both have 50-50 ratio. So you have to be a good developer and a good coder also at the same time. And so the lesson is simple. You don't have to spend too much time on one thing. You can explore many things at a time. So this is what I want to tell about. And find a niche, like the latest technology, like which we are working on. You may like learn many technical skills there. So that is what, like I say, like colleges are unlikely to access such technologies, but yeah, not everyone can get that. But yeah, you can explore in your own way also, and acknowledge that not everyone should work in technology. Now, many would have not having interest in this tech field. Many would be having interest in non-tech stuffs also, that we would be covering in our next slides also. There are many tech careers which will tech, and not all the tech careers will require coding. Some tech careers are without coding also. So whosoever have a fear of coding, don't worry. Without coding also you can have a very good job, and with a very good salary also. So this is what, like and yeah, do your research and don't like work alone on the projects. Build up your network and just do a group projects so that you can learn from each other and stay up to date is what I want to say. Stay up to date with the tech stacks which are going on, with the trends which are going on. Now let's get started finally with the top careers in the tech. First is UI UX design, UI UX developer. Now, what is UI stands for here? UI stands for user interface, and it refers to the screen pages, or like you can say visual icons like user interact with on a web page or in an application, like buttons, icons, and so on. So a well-designed UI helps on non-techies and all the end users interact with the product or a service online. Now, very good thing for all those who don't like coding is UI UX designers do not write to code. So that is what the speciality is. It's not like front end, Nandini. I'll Front end is another career which you can go for. I'll take all the things in between. I'll explain everything. So I told about UI. UX is user experience, now which involves helping a product or a service improve their customer service. Like a good UX can also help grow followers for the brand. And this is what, like as a UI UX developer, your job is just to design and build a user in experience for a brand or a company. So to your question, Nandini, I just want to say a UI UX designer just make up the design and it forwards the design to a front end and a back end developer who writes the code on it, who works on the coding part and make it live, make it a live website or so. So UI UX designer just do the designing stuff like a drawing or like or so. So and it don't require any coding at all. So this is what. And yeah, so must have skill for the must have, you know, the tools for the same is wireframing, prototyping, mockup, and user flow. And more other tools are like Adobe, Figma, Photoshop. So these are the tools which are very, very popular. You must have heard of it. And you know, a UI UX designer just design a website, and you know, it helps the user, you know, to improve their performance and all. So this is what a UI UX designer is. And the next one is the front end developer. Now, what is the difference? You will be able to understand now. Now, the front end developer, what it does, it ensures that a visitor can easily interact with the web page. Now, if you love creating websites like stuffs, like if you are very good in tech stacks like React.js, Node.js, Next.js, and yeah, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can consider a career in a front end. It is a very good career, hot career which is going on other than UI UX, which is a, you know, UI UX designer. I have a school friend basically, who works as a UI UX designer for you know, freelancers, and he works in his comfortable time and earns like very much more than even a software engineer who is working in a product based company. So that is what the careers which I'm just listed here are very top hot careers which you can go for it, just by seeing your interest. Like if you have interest in these careers, and definitely one of you would be having interest in one of the careers which I've stated here. Now, the front end developers basically are the client, also client side developers, because they directly build the elements on the website, which, you know, the users and the client interacts with. The leading tech stacks here are HTML, which is basically, you can say, a markup language which defines the web. And then is CSS, cascading style sheets, which is basically responsible for making the website beautiful. Like you can think of it like a decor of a home, and which, you know, you can use it to give your color pages, animations, and so. And very, very important language, JavaScript, which is very vast here. It basically handles the responsiveness of the website. Your website is static. Definitely you are a front end developer, you will make a static website, and now you want to, you know, make your website as a mobile view also you want to see. So it will help you a lot. JavaScript, the responsiveness will be helping here. So you will need just basic knowledge of these technology, these languages basically, and knowing only one of them only won't be enough. Definitely there is a full roadmap on this front end development thing. Definitely first is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then the frameworks will come into picture. JavaScript has a very trending and very good framework, React.js, or you can even go for AngularJS. Then comes the backend. Okay, I'll go to the backend now. Now, the backend one, which I'm currently working on also. The front end one I have worked as interns. So backend one is the one like, okay, before doing going into the backend one, in the front end one, the basically the editors which we may use is the Visual Studio Code, the Sublime Text Editor, which we use for the front end one. And very important again for your resume to be added and to get it shortlisted, GitHub. GitHub is a very, very important you know, for your for version control stuff. Like you are building up your project, you should push your project into a repository, and you know, and live your project on GitHub using github.io. So that is what, like, GitHub will help you, like even in when we work in a team. So we work in a team together, we do like this only to work, you know, make our code more efficient. Like it's like simply like contributing to open source projects, something like that. So that is what. And the thing is, using these editors will even help you to debug your code at a very large scale if you're coding. So that is what. And now let's come back to the backend, which I'm currently working on. So yeah, if you love working with and building things, that depends on you. You should be a backend developer. No, so front end is not overrated, Abhishri. See, uh, the all the careers which I stated, everything is overrated. Then I can say front end is overrated. See, every career which is here, every career has its own importance. Okay, has its own level in the tech career right now. Every career is competitive actually. If we say front end is competitive, back end is also a very good opportunity. Even a UI UX, which you haven't even heard much of, UI UX or other tech careers which we'll be discussing with. Every career is at a top notch at this point of time. So let's come back to the backend developer. What a backend developer do is it builds and maintains technologies or softwares which are necessary. So their work include is like maintaining the database, working with APIs, maybe you can say crude applications, and for a Java developer, and yeah, working with data and application integration, building out the core application logic. So that's what. And similar tools also you can use for a backend developer, also code editor you can use. Even you can use IntelliJ and Eclipse also. So GitHub will be common for both backend and front end developer. Database will come into picture, which distinguishes backend from front end, the database stuff. Maybe you can use SQL or no SQL server. So the next top career in the tech, which a few questions would also have came up in the chat, is data analysis and data science a career as a career. Now, if you are very good in maths, statistics, calculating, then you should definitely consider as a career. Yes, I'll also discuss the packages. Everyone is so curious to know the packages. Obviously, very high packages are there for these top careers, which I'm stating here. So, data analysis, basically it involves examining, transforming, arranging a given set of data. And in layman language, we can say gathering insight from data to aid like some business decisions. So data science handles data using machine learning algorithms and statistics. So it's better way to start as a data analysis, and then you can, transition your career to data science. Why? Because data analysis is the foundation of data science. So although they may be on the same path, we can say, but there is a fine line, like data is present everywhere. See, so data scientists and data analysis are also needed everywhere. Now, the career basically in the future gonna be of a data engineer only. And for that, you need some essential skills like a DB MySQL, a language, Python, very easy language, maths, like I told, stats, and an R language, or either Python or R, there is an option. And even the tools which you can use here are Excel, spreadsheets, table, SQL Server, Power BI. So this was about the career in the data analysis and data science. Next is product management. Now, product management, the careers are like you can go for with a time of experience, like you can get into it. And basically, what a product manager do is it manages and coordinates the product development projects. So their responsibilities, like here are stated, is understanding the user requirements, and drafting the roadmaps. So what a product manager do is, for example, if I relate to my company, a product manager gives us the roadmap of whatever task will be coming into picture in the upcoming sprint of or upcoming months. So based on that roadmap only, the user stories are being created on our Jira platform, and then we understand the user's requirements, what is the consumer requirements there, and then we developers work on it. So that what a product manager do is. So yeah, this was about the product manager and the tools which product manager uses, like some survey tools like Typeform, or you can see a flow charting tools, you can see, or so on. So that is what a product manager do like. And next, very trending hot career which is going on, and many of the chat questions were there about cyber security. Now, cyber security is a very, very trending career right away. Like if you are passionate about security, now security is the most important thing which we people look for here. So in our day-to-day life, and definitely you can consider your career as a cyber security. Like basically what it involves is, it involves everything from encryption to finding protection against malware or viruses, to hacking, or to find some security vulnerabilities in the system that can be fixed. Now we also, as a developer, we also fix some vulnerabilities in our project, security threats, or you can say some like dependencies we add in our project, so as to avoid the vulnerabilities. So like we do some testing, analyzing, as a cyber security person, we just implement the security system developments, and we manage system vulnerabilities, respond to the security threats, attacks, and so on. So this is what a cyber security person do. Now, the tools which a cyber security analyst use is Splunk, and also they use some tools like TrueCrypt. Now, what is this TrueCrypt tool is? From the name, we can say it is for the encryption thing, like scrambling the plain text to code thing, like for your password, your username, password. The password in some code, it will show. It would not show your exact password. Nobody will able to see that. So that is what the encryption do like. And yeah, so it's a very hot career again, like I told, cyber security. If you are very good, like very keen to work with security stuff, then definitely you can go for a career in cyber security. And next is a career in HR. So yeah, HR is also a good career. Like basically, if you are good with dealing with people and enjoying your, like, helping them, so you can even consider a career like HR. So yeah, you might consider like becoming an HR, and HR really help you for a referral also for a company. And most important thing is managing the benefits and training for employees. So HR basically is, screens out your resume or recruit for interviews and place the new employees, is what the HR basically do for. Next is a top career in tech, again, a technical writer, which I also worked as an HR. Does HR role gets extended? The questions I'll take at the end. I'm just going through a bit fast so that I can get more and more clarity. Like I will give you more and more time to for your questions. Also, we have a Q&A round at the end. So let me just go through the slide and then I'll come back to here. Okay. So let's come to the next career, which is a technical writer. Now, as a technical writer, what we people do is we write blogs, we write articles. So as a technical writer, we if you love writing, you love sharing your knowledge among the tech related topics, you can be a content writer also, normal non-technical writer also you can be a. So technical writer basically generates innovative ideas while working as a team. So like documentation, or you can see reading or some technical skill stuff. So I was also a technical writer in internships. Like I've worked for many technical writing roles also, being a computer science background. So I have also, taken the full advantage of my field. And yeah, and the role responsibilities for the same, like I told, generating ideas, meeting with experts, and you know talking with them related to your ideas, analyzing and explaining the information about your products or documentation. And yeah, you can review and edit the content also by the other members. So a great field. You can also work as a technical writer. Next comes the career of a QA. Now, QA is quality assurance. Now, a QA is like, if you love writing code, this is for you. And the QA, what basically do is QA basically delivers high quality functional software and web applications. They, basically test the existing or the new code, and they help to identify the the bugs, the other user experience issues. The tools which a QA use is like Test Richer, Testim, and others. So this is what a QA do. Now we also as a developer write code for our projects so as to ensure the proper functionality or the positive negative aspects of our project. So a developer is everything. It is a cyber security person also, it's a QA person also, it's a backend developer also. So a developer can do anything here which is stated. And yeah, so next career is digital marketing. Now, if you love selling products online, this is for you. Digital marketing is a very hot career nowadays. So a digital marketer basically helps maintain a brand by working on marketing campaigns. It is a basically online marketing thing, like it promotes brand, connects the users or consumers to the product. Now, digital marketing is like another form of, you can say, digital communication. Messages also. So what are the duties? Just creating content to help the marketing campaigns, doing the marketing research, and strategizing with the marketing team. Now, digital marketing tools, some of the tools are listed here, which can help you for your digital marketing career. Next, very hot career again, a mobile app developer. Now, if you love creating apps, this career is for you. Now, a mobile app developer tech basically career is very vast. The tools and the technologies you would be using would depend on what area and what specialization you are looking for, an Android application development or an iOS development. Now, mobile developer converts the code into user-friendly applications. They work with other developers to develop some functional mobile application in a very fast paced environment. The tools used for the same is Android Studio, the hottest tool. If anyone is a mobile app developer, I know what they will relate to. So the Eclipse, and the tools for iOS development, Xcode or App Code. So some of the responsibilities for app developers is designing the application, testing the application, releasing and supporting the application. This is what a mobile app developer do. Next career, DevOps. Now, one of my also favorite career, and most of you would be loving, working with cloud and infrastructure. And DevOps engineer, basically what it does, it works directly with the developers actually and the IT staff members to brainstorm ideas actually. So for the coding part or for the engineering stuff, no, their main responsibilities, which they include, is implementing the automation tools and the frameworks for automatic code development. The basically the quality control management of the code base, and you can say designing procedures for system troubleshooting and maintenance, and lastly writing scripts for service quality analysis, monitoring and operations. So the skills you will require for a DevOps engineer is Linux, basic Python knowledge you should have, and most important, very important for a DevOps flow, knowledge of cloud platforms. And the tools for the same, which DevOps engineer uses Gradle and Apache, packaging managers, NPM and Mesh, and CI/CD tools just, such as Jenkins. So this is another hot career in our list here. And many of us would be loving games like, there are many hot games there. Many of you would be loving the games. Developing the games is one of the career. So game designers translate that design ideas in a functional game code. So they create web games, mobile games, iOS games. That is like iOS in the sense you can say Apple games. Okay, so their main responsibilities include is coding the base engine, generating the script, storyboarding and all, polishing the game, maintaining the code, fixing the bugs. Just like you can say a mobile app developer or maybe a mix of a developer. So the tools which they use is Blender, most probably they use, and others like Construct, Flow Lab, GamePro. These are the tools which they use. And yeah, this coming to the conclusion. So I'm just taking it fastly so as to take your questions at the end, whatever the questions are. So now you have different options with you to get started in the world of tech. And I know many of you would be now less confused. Now you can get started by choosing a path. And the tech space is very vast, so the roles are constantly opening up, and just keep on learning, keep on working on the things which I told in the starting, and gain experience, do some internship, and just explore your interest, see which tech career is best for you. Just get into it and gain experience. And yeah, that is what we do. So thank you.